You. What's up, y'all? Tell Like It Is TV. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this fight that's going down between Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. At the end of the day, am I a fan of the fight? No, I'm definitely not a fan of the fight. I felt like Tank could have, rematched. I mean, he could have rematched Lamont Roach. It's just not really a good look. You just see what I'm saying? Like the fight was close. It's just really not a good look. And I get it though. It's a big money fight for Tank. As somebody that's a Tank fan, the Silverback Gorilla. There is no one Rilla. This is a money fight in the midst of controversy. And I will say this too. I don't like it neither because, I would have more respected if he didn't fight Lamont Roach, he went and fought Shakur Stevenson. Or, the excuses about Devin Haney being too big and all this other stuff. But you're going to go fight Jake Paul, though. So it's just like, it's just kind of wild. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not really a good look, man. I'm just going to be honest. Fuck all that. I got to tell like it is, man. And I know Tank had, a fan told him, how they, they wasn't feeling the fight. And he told him, shut the fuck up and be a fan. Like, shit like that, bro, is not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the response you should be giving to people that support you, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just because we, for those of us that, beat our chest and like, yeah, nah, Tank that nigga, Tank fuck this nigga up, Tank beat the shit out this nigga. But, we still want to see the fights though. You know what I mean? We still want to see the fights. Like, brother, you got to make the fights happen. And if you're making excuses about motherfuckers being too big, but you're going to fight Jake Paul though. And at that, you're going to go ahead and fight Jake Paul and be the B side to Jake Paul. Because according to this poster, you the B side, brother. You ain't even the A side. See what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just kind of wild to me, man. There's only really a few boxers in the game that's really chasing to be great. I'm not saying brothers shouldn't go get their bag, go get your money. You know what I'm saying? You putting your life on the line every time y'all jump in the ring for our entertainment. So I get it, I understand it, but this shit about being the best and shit like that, like it's with a name like Tank. You know what I mean? Like I want Tank to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like how Floyd was that guy, and or how any of the greats were that guy when we rooted for them. If they won, they won. If they lost, they lost. Fuck it, it was what it was. You know what I mean? But we still going now. Roy that nigga, or Bernard that nigga, or De La Hoya still that dude. You know what I'm saying? Or Pernell Whitaker still that dude. Ali still that dude. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers have taken losses and shit like that, and still been great fighters, and people still support their fight. Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean? So, a lot of guys at the end of the day could take losses and come back, but just the sport of it being about who's the best, who's willing to prove that, who's willing to stand on some business. That shit is, once these guys hit a certain level, it's not about being the best. This is what I'm starting to learn as you see these guys develop and get into superstardom. You know what I mean? It's not about being the best. It's about the money. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, I'm just not a big fan of the Jake Paul shit. I'm definitely not. The Mike Tyson fight was rigged. It was a fixed fight. This might be some on the cusp of that. You know what I mean? And I'm just not I'm not a fan of this fight, man. I'm just not. You know what I mean? But is Tank able to win this fight? Most definitely, because size don't win fights. You know what I'm saying? Skill is what pay the bills at the end of the day. But for Tank to be accepting this fight, like, what do you really get out of this but a paycheck? You know what I mean? Because if you beat Jake Paul, are we really gonna be like, yo, Tank the coldest nigga of all time? No, we're not gonna say that because you beat Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, this is just a money fight. You know what I mean? Like, and am I gonna watch the fight? Is Tell Like It Is TV gonna watch the fight? Yes, I'm gonna watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm gonna watch the fight. I'm gonna be listening to the press conferences and shit like that. I'm gonna be engaged with the fight. But what does Tank really get out of this fight? But money. You know what I'm saying? You get money and I guess publicity because a lot of people are, as much as people are talking about, oh, this is a bullshit fight or this they're not a fan of the fight. We're gonna still watch the fight. You see what I'm saying? And that's the fucked up part about this shit when you really think about it. Like, damn, we complaining about this shit, but we still gonna watch it. You see what I'm saying? We still gonna watch it. Motherfuckers still gonna fly their ass down to Atlanta and go buy them tickets and pay for them hotels and pay for them pay for that traveling fee and the plane tickets. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna still spend that money on that gas, drive their ass down to Atlanta for the fight. You see what I'm saying? We still gonna be in tune, ordering food and shit like that, but watching Netflix for the goddamn fight. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the fucked up reality about this shit. But um, I'm not a fan of the fight though. I'm just not. You know what I mean? And I gotta be honest about that shit. I would have rather him seen fight fucking Devin, fought Shakur, fought Tio, um, and made somewhat of a fair offer just to get the fight. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gotta do a little giving and taking. You know what I mean? You can't just stand on all business and just act like niggas ain't supposed to be getting nothing and shit. Like, damn, nigga, you gotta, give niggas a reasonable offer and shit like that. You know what I mean? Um, so, it's just kind of, I just don't like the fight, man. I don't like the fight. You know what I mean? I get it, but like I said, what is Tank? What do you get out of this? You know what I'm saying? And then let's say fuck around Jake Paul, fuck around and knock his ass out. Now niggas gonna be running around and talk about Jake Paul, the coldest nigga of all time, because he beat you. You know what I'm saying? And you have so much to lose in this situation. The gain is only the money. So it's like, damn, brother, you sold out for this fight. This is technically a sellout fight right here. You know what I'm saying? Tank sold out. This is the definition of a nigga selling out right here because there's literally nothing to gain but money in this situation. Literally nothing to gain but money. And I get it, brothers got to do what they got to do for their career, but this is strictly a sellout fight. Strictly a sellout fight. None of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate, man. It really is, man. It's just unfortunate when it comes down to this fight, man. Jake Paul has everything to gain out of this fight. You know what I'm saying? He has everything to gain out of this fight. He's gonna get the publicity. Um, you know, he's gonna get. He's gonna get everything out of this fight. Period. And if he wins this fight, oh man, unreal. You know what I'm saying? Or even if Jake Paul looks good in this fight. And I mean, one might say, oh, well, Jake Paul is the bigger man. He really got a real shot at this shit. And to be honest, Jake Paul really does have a great shot, a good shot at winning this fight. I'm going to just keep it totally honest with y'all. He really does. You know what I'm saying? Like Jake Paul, it's not like Jake Paul, this is like his first fight or some shit like that. This is first time fighting, you know, fight boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of been doing this shit to where the point, he could be decent at the end of the day. And all you need is one punch at the end of the day. That's all you need is one punch. You know what I'm saying? One good exchange and that shit can change the dramatics of a fight. You see what I'm saying? And Jake Paul's the bigger guy. He has some decent skills. And there's ways that Jake Paul can absolutely win this fight. You know what I'm saying? There's a multitude of ways Jake Paul could win this fight. Do I think Jake Paul win this fight? No, I don't think Jake Paul win this fight. If Tank Davis is who I think Tank Davis is, I think he stops Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? I think he absolutely stops Jake Paul at the end of the day. And that's just what it's going to be. You know what I mean? But I do think it will be a decent fight. Am I a fan of the fight? I got to be honest. No, I'm not a fan of the fight. This is a money fight for Tank. And he dove off to detoured off on something to build on legacy wise. He detoured off to pretty much get this bag real quick. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So this fight is going down November 14th on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Will I be watching this fight? I'm gonna definitely be watching this fight. I'm more than likely I'm gonna be at the bar watching this fight because I go out Friday nights at this particular bar. So I'm gonna be there watching the fight for sure. Um, so I won't be doing no live stream for the fight unless I end up leaving early. If I end up leaving early, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing a live stream for the fight. I might actually end up, this is a long way from now, so it is what it is. But I do think that I do think I will be. But this fight is very interesting because Tank just got into some legal issues, something to do with a female, and he comes out and now all of a sudden he's fighting Jake Paul. You see what I'm saying? Like, is this like some them folks coming to see him and put him in a situation to force him to do this fight? I don't know, man. Because the fight just don't make any fucking sense. It doesn't. Not for Tank. Other than money. Other than money. That's the only thing I could. Because like I said, if Tank Davis whooped this nigga ass, I'm not running around here talking about, yo, Tank the coldest nigga of all. No, I still want to see the nigga fight motherfucking T.O. I still want to see him get Shakur. And whoever the top guy is around his division, I want to see him take these niggas out. You know what I'm saying? I would have even accepted Keyshawn Davis. You see what I'm saying? Like, if let's say let's say he didn't fight Lamont Roach and he went and fought Keyshawn Davis, I wouldn't even have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn on the rise. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Keyshawn's a champ. I think he is a champ, but I think he lost his belt or some shit like. I don't know. I know he fucked up. I know he fucked up big time with that last fight, doing all that dumb shit and then fighting, and after the fight and all that, like Keyshawn did a lot of dumb shit. And Bob Arum gonna make him pay for that shit. It is what it is. But that's why you hear him talking about retiring. He don't know this and he don't know that. Yeah, nigga, because you fucked up the money and Bob Arum mad to the motherfucker. You better off just keeping it real and apologizing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's for another video. But anyway, like I said, did them folks come see Tank? You know what I'm saying? And put pressure on Tank and make Tank take this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it don't make sense. Like, if Tank lose this fight, then something, this nigga was forced to take this fight. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. That's how I'm gonna take it. Because, like I said, you get nothing out of this fight. And if you lose this fight, your whole career is done. Like, other than, okay, you made a lot of money in this Jake Paul fight. Your whole career is done. None of that shit means that, because you lost to a nigga that's a YouTuber, dog. You lost to a YouTuber. A nigga who literally just decided he was going to start boxing and he whooped your ass. Or he knocked you out. And you've been doing this shit and accomplishing things in the sport of boxing, and you just going to give it all to Jake Paul? You know what I'm saying? You're going to give it all to Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, like I said, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to lose to a nigga like Devin Haney was an undisputed champion at 135, champion at 140. You see what I'm saying? At least you lost to somebody who was accomplished. If you lost to Shakur Stevenson, this is somebody who was a multi-division champion. If you lost in a rematch to Lamont Roach was a champion at his weight division. If you lost to T.O., you lost to somebody who had 3 out of 4 belts at 135, went up and beat the lineal champion at 140. Now, regardless of how I feel about T.O. and his clown ways, at the end of the day, I can't knock the man's accomplishments. You see what I'm saying? If you lost to somebody like that, these are people that's accomplished. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, Jake Paul hasn't won a belt. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't won a belt. This nigga running around here with his own belt and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't won anything in the sport of boxing. And if you get out here and get your ass whooped or get knocked out by Jake Paul, you gave this nigga your whole career. Your whole career means nothing. And it just doesn't make sense to take this fight other than money. This is just a sellout fight, in my opinion, man. Fuck all that. I gotta tell like it is, man. Do I still fuck with Tank? Yeah, but do I agree with this fight? No, I don't. I do not agree with this fight. And we gotta tell like it is. Period. Point blank. Period. Y'all know Tank the Silverback Gorilla. There is no one Rilla. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. But man, this Jake Paul fight makes no sense. But you just get in the bag. So I hope you take this fight serious. I hope you take this fight very fucking serious, man. And I'm rooting for you to win. You know what I'm saying? I need you to win. I need you to win this fight. You better not get out here and sell out and man, listen, man, you better not, man. You better not. But at the end of the day, size don't win fights. Okay? Size does not win fights. Skills pay the motherfucking bills. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. So, I know people gonna be people. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now. Some people gonna think Jake Paul gonna end up knocking out Tank. That's what I'm telling y'all. Some people think that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they like, yo, Tank. And like I said, it's reasonable for somebody to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Jake Paul has some decent skills, and like I said, in the right timing on some shit, you know, he can hurt Tank. You know what I'm saying? He can hurt him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't see Tank get hurt by goddamn Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? He done got buzzed by Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He done got buzzed by Rolly. You see what I'm saying? So Tank can be buzzed. It ain't like, the right shot can hurt any man, period. You know what I'm saying? Any boxer, any man, period. You know what I'm saying? Any human, period. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it just kind of is what it is. But Tank, after this fight, brother, man, you got to get back on legacy, man. You got to get back on these legacy fights, man. And that's what you got to finish your career off on. You know what I'm saying? You're going on the Mayweather, the money Mayweather route. And this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all niggas got to stop comparing these niggas to Mayweather. Like, Mayweather had two different, like, it's almost like Jordan. Like, Jordan had two different paths. So and Gilbert Arenas broke this shit down perfectly, how he broke it down. 84 Mike up until goddamn 93 Mike, like this nigga was doing some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? And I would equate that to how Floyd Mayweather was. Pretty Boy Floyd was putting the beats on motherfuckers. Like, Pretty Boy Floyd was out here stopping shit, you know what I'm saying? Putting the absolute belt to ass, you know what I'm saying? Money Mayweather was more of a calculated, still can put them paws on you, but it was more calculated, a little bit more defensive, more losing angles, things like that, fighting in the, walking opponents down. And a lot of people act like Floyd was running or some shit like that. I don't understand what y'all niggas talking about, because he was actually walking niggas down. I don't understand, when you're stepping to somebody, how are you running from them? If you're stepping to somebody, how are you running from them? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Money Mayweather was more calculated in how he fought and how he, you know what I'm saying? Pretty Boy Floyd was out there beating the brakes off motherfuckers and was looking to put belt to ass. You know what I'm saying? Looking to step on shit. He was stepping on shit. You know what I'm saying? So what Tank is at, Tank, and then when you think about Jordan and his the last repeat, he more was calculated, this, that, and the third. He still was effective, still was one of the best players in the league on both sides of the ball. But at the end of the day, like I said, he just was less athletic, you know what I'm saying, less explosive and things like that, and picked his spots. You see what I'm saying? But this shit with Tank, it's like, bro, you're still in belt to ass era, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just we still want to see these fights, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to be out here putting belt to ass to these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And you going to go turn around and, okay, whatever. You had a majority draw on goddamn Lamont Roach. You supposed to come back, oh, them niggas think that this nigga beat me and shit like that. You supposed to want to go ahead and get that smoke. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to want to run that back, get that smoke, and let the doubters know, like, yeah, y'all whole ass niggas this nigga beat me and shit. Like, oh, y'all got the game fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, niggas that was rocking with me think that this nigga won the fight? Oh, okay, hold up, man. I got to run this shit back. You know what I'm saying? This shit deeper than rap. You know what I mean? Like, You was supposed to run that fade back, brother. You know what I'm saying? And if you wasn't going to do that, you was at least supposed to fight a Shakur. Made a match with Devin at a catch weight or some shit like that, at a reasonable catch weight. Made a fight with Tio. You know what I'm saying? I know Lomachenko ducked that smoke. That's why his ass retired. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko ducked that fade. He got out. He got out in perfect timing. He knew he knew Tank was coming for his ass. He ain't want no smoke. His ass decided to retire. It is what it is. People don't want to talk about that though, but it is what it is, right? I don't want to see a Ryan Garcia rematch. It is what it is. But I mean, hell, if y'all did that, cool. Anything but this Jake Paul fight though. You know what I'm saying? But am I gonna watch it? Yes. Am I gonna be rooting for Tank? After you already know it. You know, nigga, is the sky blue? Baby blue? Yes, it is. So absolutely, I'm gonna be rolling with Tank in this fight. But do I like the fight? No. No, I don't. This is a strictly a money fight. This is just a money fight for Tank. If you somebody that's a Tank fan, I guess the only angle you can really look at this shit, to be honest, on a positive level, is that he's gonna get the bag. He's gonna make a lot of money. Okay, that's the only way you can look at it as far as supporting. Like, look, the brother gonna make a lot of money. And I'm hoping the brother wins, you know what I'm saying? So he can continue on with the legacy at the end of the day. But he really gets nothing out of this, winning this fight. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But some publicity and a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? As far as legacy, like when we talking about legacy fights, like no. I'm not going to be looking back on Tank's career and being like, oh, nah, remember when Tank beat Jake Paul? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't even count. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a Tank fan, I got to keep it a thigh. I'm going to tell like it is. So I'm going to keep it a whole bean pie with y'all. I'm not looking back and being like, yo, remember when Tank fought Jake Paul? Yo, that was the best fight, man. Nah, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. I'm more be like, yo, remember when Tank whooped on Ryan Garcia? You know what I'm saying? That's the fight right there. Remember when Tank beat Pendraza and shit? Remember when Tank, whooped on goddamn what was it? Some of the niggas he done whooped on goddamn Isaac Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Schooled him. You know what I mean? Straight up schooled him with one hand. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Tank knocked out Rolly? You know what I'm saying? Rolly was talking all that shit about midget this, midget that. Tank knocked that nigga in between the washer and dryer. You know what I'm saying? Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Those are the fights that we gonna be like, can talk about, that actually have respect to them. You know what I mean? But this Jake Paul shit, nah. We not doing that. We can't do that. Other than the brother just got his money. This is Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? How I see this fight ended, no, I see Tank wearing him out. And stopping his ass. That's how I see the fight playing out. Tank wearing him out and stopping him straight up. You know what I'm saying? But do I think Jake Paul probably catch him with some shit clean? If Jake Paul catches ass with some shit clean, it might be a problem. You know what I'm saying? That might detour a little bit, but I do think Jake Paul is gonna he's gonna be looking to stand on business on Tank. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold you because he's bigger. So that's just the way to go for Jake Paul. He got to be in go mode. He got to look to come take this dude out. He can't really be trying to box and shit like that because he gonna walk into some shit. If Jake Paul get his ass out there and try to box Tank, he gonna get his ass knocked out early. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna walk into some shit. You know what I'm saying? But if he just go out there and just try to put pressure on Tank, I think that's the best way for him to win this fight and make the fight competitive. But at the end of the day, I do think Tank is gonna catch his ass with some shit, and he gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? But Jake Paul's gonna make it a competitive fight. You know what I'm saying? I think that and his best chance at making it a competitive fight is definitely using his size and coming down and just motherfucking and trying to just knock Tank wear Tank ass out. You know what I'm saying? That's his best bet. Try to not keep it close, but keep it a distance. Swing them heavy punches. You know what I'm saying? Come in, lean on them, you know what I'm saying? Grab them, grapple them, make them tired, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of make the fight sluggish, you know what I mean? Since he's the bigger guy at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because if he tries to box Tank, he going to get knocked out early, you know what I'm saying? So his best bet, he going to get knocked out either way, you know what I'm saying? he gonna get knocked out either way. But his best shot at winning this fight is definitely just being aggressive. He ain't got shit to lose. If Jake Paul get knocked out by Tank, we're not looking at Jake. Oh, this nigga's a scrub. I told you this nigga's a fraud. Like he got knocked out by Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? If Jake Paul win this fight though, Jake Paul has everything to fucking gain. That's why I don't like the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this fight for that. You know what I mean? I don't like this fight for that. You know what I mean? But I respect it. Tank, you know, Javante, get your money, Javante. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, brother. But we want to see you get back on legacy after this fight. And you better stand on business on this fight, brother. Straight up and down. We better not be seeing no weird shit. You better stand on straight business. You know what I'm saying? The fight going to be in Atlanta in the ATL. We know the last time when Tank was down there in the ATL fighting Barrios, you know what I'm saying? A man that was way taller than him. We seen how that happened, you know what I'm saying? Tank stopped that man, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, like fights like Barrios, you know what I mean? Like when Tank fought Barrios, niggas like, yo, I don't know, man. Shit, Tank small as fuck. This nigga tall as hell. He might beat the shit out of Tank. And the fight was a good fight. The fight was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Barrios was applying that pressure, and Tank had to get in there. Tank had to dig deep. You know what I'm saying? Tank had to dig deep and pull some shit out the hat. End up hitting him, knocking him down and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was an exciting fight. But see, legacy fights like that, Jake Paul is not a legacy fight. This is a money fight for Tank. So Tank, we want to see you get back on legacy, brother, after this fight. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out to day one. Shout out to the new ones, man. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all. One.